Question 5. In a Caucasian population in North America, 1 out of every 10,000 babies is born with a recessive condition. Perfect, because that's what we need to use in these type of calculations. And we'll just call it PKU. So that is 1 out of 10,000. So let's do that. And again, a recessive condition, if it's a condition, trait, any of that, it is the Q squared genotype. Q squared. That's the value that they're giving you. And we know it's squared because to have a condition, you must have both the Qs, right? You can't have a condition with just an allele. You have to have the genotype Q squared. So we'll just calculate that really quick. 1 out of 10,000 babies. So just be very careful with these zeros. And when we calculate that, our Q squared value is 0.0001. So 3 zeros. Be very careful with that. If you miss one of the zeros, of course, your calculations are all going to be thrown off. So once we have Q squared, we must find a single Q in order to find P, because that's what we're always trying to do. We're always trying to find P and Q so we can put that into our formula. So when we do that, we say, okay, well, to find a single Q, we're just going to square root the 0.0001. And Q equals 0.01. That's our Q value. Put a little box around that. We know we're going to go find P. So P equals 1 minus 0.01. P now will equal 0.99. Perfect. So you notice I didn't read any of the other question. I know every time I go find Q, I'm going to use that 1 minus to go find P. So we have both P and Q. Let's go see now what they're requesting us to find here. It says this condition is controlled by a single pair of alleles. People are homozygous recessive. For PKU, give complete lack of an enzyme that is necessary to metabolize amino acids into harmless byproducts. The presence of amino acid in diet can slow the development of the baby's brain. Okay, so that's all information that we don't really need for our calculations, but it says what percentage. Okay, so they want it in percentage, and they want it to the nearest whole percent, okay? So we're going to have to round up or keep it the same depending on the answer. Of a Caucasian population, would you expect to be heterozygous? Okay, so heterozygous, part of our formula that represents that is 2PQ. And we are just going to pop those numbers in now. So 2 times P, 0.99, which we already determined down here, times our Q, which is 0.01. Multiply that out and we get 2PQ equals, we got a bunch of numbers here, 0.0198. Now, they wanted in percentage, in whole percent. Okay, so if we take that, we're going to multiply that by 100, or move it over 2 decimal places. So there's the decimal. So our percentage now reads 1.98%, but they want to the nearest whole percent. So we're going to just take that 9, round that up to 2% of the population is going to be heterozygous based on those numbers and that. So any questions, just give me an email. Thanks, guys.